To preface this a little bit, I'm gonna be like as rational as possible and try to see it from his perspective, so I'm not some like libtard snowflake in your view, hopefully. I'll do my best, basically. Also, excuse this and everything. It's Friday morning, which is like my Saturday morning, because I have school Monday through Thursday, then work on Sunday, so kind of like Saturday morning. I'm still in pajamas. Hey. But yeah, let's get started. So, basically, my name is Triggered, and I have been cornered. That was bad. This is like a video letter type thing to Andrew Tate. If you don't know him, I didn't either before recently. He's like some kickboxer, like lightweight or midweight champion or something. Not very important. What was actually important is his views like on depression and people who are transgender and things like that. And how horribly he actually like delivers his views via Twitter. Feel free to go look through his Twitter. I didn't make any of these up. All screenshots, all word for word. I first found out about this like a little under a week ago. I'm a little bit late on making this video because I'm unprofessional, haha. But yeah, basically I was on Twitter one day and I got hashtag triggered. So there was a tweet he tweeted saying, "Depression isn't real. You feel sad, you move on. You will always be depressed. If your life is depressing, change it, thread." So basically he's just completely lacking the acknowledgement of depression as something that's actually legitimate and real. He's got a million other tweets that are just like stupidly ignorant, and it's really hard to read. He's literally just trying to antagonize people, and it pisses me off because it works. Basically, he says stuff like, "All the depressed people are crying at me. I never have been and never will be depressed. How does that make you feel?" Smiley face. He says, comparing depression, state of mind in parentheses, to a physical disability such as losing your legs is ridiculous, even though it's not. Mental health, physical health, they're both different types of health. He says something else saying depression has never killed anybody, just like anger has never murdered anyone, and emotion does nothing unless you let it. Yes, that kind of makes sense when you're talking about anger, but you can't really use that logic if you haven't experienced it yourself. It's a lot more than you think. Also afterwards says depression is a special emotion that gets its own category. Depression has killed 0 people, as has anger, suicide, and homicide kill. Yes, suicide and homicide kill. What causes those, especially suicide? Depression is one of those things. It's just like, it's hard to read. He just doesn't get it, apparently, and he doesn't want to get it, and it pisses me off a little bit, just as it pisses off everybody else. I encourage you, just go look through his Twitter feed. It's all like this, pretty much. It's either just him making these very broad statements that are just insulting to people, or it's just him retweeting other insulting things, or 3, it's just him saying, "Hey, I'm fucking great," and everybody thinks I'm great by just retweeting people who are congratulating him, or posting pictures of DMs of just the people who are like, "Oh yeah, you got this, man, fuck the haters." Now, let me go to what I actually had written so I know what I'm talking about. That was just me ranting and being triggered, apparently, because I'm a snowflake, you know. Okay, so I said I'd try to be rational. Basically, there's a part of me that thinks he is trying to be helpful. It's a small part of me, but I do think that in some way he's trying to push a positive message out there. He seems like he's trying to help a little bit, maybe. But the way he goes about it is just horrible. Rather than just trying to like educate and like motivate, he's trying to insult, shame, discourage, just basically just blame people for how their mind is working. And it's not like there's some sort of chemical imbalance or other external factors such as your situation, and just how some people are genetically prone to it. None of that exists, right? Because I don't want to say that if somebody is like feeling sad, if they've been depressed and like something just clicks randomly, and then all of a sudden like they're able to just, they've got some sudden burst of motivation or something, and they're able to like work their way through and get out of it without talking to a therapist or getting into antidepressants or whatever. Because that's awesome. If you can do that, like, high five. That's, oh wow. But yeah, no, that's awesome. I love that, and I hope that more people can do that. But you've got to understand there are different levels of depression. So like there's sadness, like just you're bummed out for the day, just something happened, I don't know. That's super normal. That's perfectly fine. I'm not going to try to explain this too much because I'm no expert, obviously, but there's different things. It goes from just being sad to being mildly depressed, moderately depressed, severely depressed, debilitatingly depressed. And there's just so many different levels that for somebody who has already claimed, "Hey, I've never been depressed, how does that make you feel?" It's like, you can't, you can't make these judgments if you've never experienced something. But yeah, like it pains my soul. And not only does he enjoy insulting depressed people, he loves to insult transgendered people for whatever reason. Okay, to put my opinion here a little bit, like what my view on that, I completely support the transgender community, and I think it's pretty fucked how they're treated just in daily life and in laws and whatnot, like the recent transgender ban in the military. But I also understand that some people disagree, and they think it's men, women, and that's it. But if you disagree with that, or if you agree with it, whatever, you need to be rational about it. You need to not just say like, hey, this is my opinion, this is fact, you're wrong, you're fucking crazy. Like, no, that's not how you start a conversation. One tweet of his was, surprising fact, Bruce Jenner and myself are the same amount of female. 0. Thanks, dude, that's awesome. Helping people out, making positive changes in the world. Awesome. And then he tweets, somehow I've attracted all the weirdos who think gender is a sliding scale. Non-binary nutcases. It's men and women. That's it. Move on. Cool. You know, that's a great way to start a conversation. Basically, he's just stating his point of view as, hey, I'm right, you're wrong, and fuck you. But that's not how you can do it. I try to be like as rational as possible. I try to listen to other people's opinions. I have mine and typically will maintain my opinion. But I listen to the other opinion and try to understand the reasoning. Like if I hear somebody and I'm like, what? That makes no sense at all. I'll say like, rather than just going, hey, you're wrong. I'll say, okay, why do you think like that? And then they'll explain, this is why I think like that. And that's the way to do it. I just don't understand his logic because he's putting out all this super insulting stuff and just trying to piss people off. He literally said, hey, anybody in London? Let's tweet shit to piss off snowflakes. And then after like all these efforts to like actually try to piss people off, he has the audacity to tweet, the only reason the media is vilifying me is because I'm mixed race. My father was black. If I was a white man, I'd never be treated this way. Yeah, you would. That's funny to me. It's just really funny because it's the shit he's saying, not his race or whatever. Anyway, I've ranted a lot. I've been filming for almost 15 minutes now. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to cut this way down. It's basically what I'm saying is, if you think like he does, I'm not saying you're a bad person, like by any means. You're free to have your own opinions. Think how you want. America, right? Freedom of speech, freedom of thought, whatever. Freedom of expression, just anything. But just if you haven't experienced it yourself, just keep in mind that, especially when it's a controversial topic, like people are a little bit sensitive to things, and like whether it's you, I don't know, if I started insulting religion, conservative people who are religious are gonna be pissed. Literal people who are like religious are gonna be pissed. So same thing goes for whether it's like depression, people who are transgender, like whatever it is, just keep in mind that these are other human beings that you're talking to and talking about. And your opinion is fine, completely valid for what you have, if you have facts behind it anyway, or just logical reasoning. Yeah, just like keep in mind, we're all human beings, we all have feelings, just try not to be an asshole, like Andrew Tate. Yeah, anyway, that's kind of all I have to say. Hopefully this was enjoyable-ish or informative-ish. Whether you agreed with me, whether you disagree with me, I really want to hear those comments. So anybody who's watching, like if you have an opinion, which you definitely have to have an opinion on this, it's human nature, like please leave a comment down below, whether it's, hey, kid, you're a stupid, dumbass snowflake. I want to hear that. Well, I mean, I'd rather not hear that, but if that's what you think, I want to hear that. If you agree with me, tell me why. Just anything, really. Especially since I'm a channel with 3 subscribers currently. I don't get many comments, so I'd be very interested to hear what you guys have to say. But yeah, see you guys later.